All right, everyone get ready because today we are taking a deep dive into some Nigerian entertainment news.
Ooh, sounds juicy.
Oh, it is. It is. And I think you guys are going to love this one. We're talking about Yul Edoki,
Of course.
Chika Ike, Ned Nwoko, and Regina Daniels.
All the big names
I know you've probably seen the headlines, but we are going way deeper today.
beyond the surface.
Yeah, so we've got two stories that seems totally separate, but they're kind of colliding in a really fascinating way.
Oh, I love when that happens. So lay it on me. What's going on?
Okay, so first we've got Yul Edoki.
Mr. Controversy himself.
Right. He posts this kind of cryptic message on social media, and the timing is just too perfect to ignore.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Okay, so he basically says social media is not for the weak, can't take the heat, get out.
Ooh, spicy.
Right. Sounds like pretty standard advice.
Yeah, you see that everywhere.
But here's the thing.
What's the catch?
He posts this right as reports are coming out that his wife is expecting their third child.
Oh, wow. And wasn't there already something with a second wife?
You remember, yeah, back in 2022, he made headlines by announcing a second wife.
That's right. So now this whole social media advice thing.
Takes on a whole new meaning.
It's like, wait a minute, Yol, are you talking about yourself here?
Exactly. If anyone knows about social media,
He's been in the hot seat more than a few times.
it's him.
Yeah, his personal life has definitely kept people talking.
Not always in the most positive way.
So it makes you wonder, what's he trying to do here? Is this like a preemptive defense against criticism?
Hmm.
You know, like getting ahead of the story?
Or is he like low-key winking at the audience?
Acknowledging the irony?
Yeah, like, hey, I know you guys are all talking about me.
It's possible. Ediki's a bit of an enigma,
Yeah,
but he definitely knows how to get attention.
for sure. So that's Yul stirring the pot.
Okay.
Then on the other side, we've got Ned Nwoko, and things get
Even juicy.
even juicier. The rumor mill is saying that he has fathered a child with Chika Ike, and that this has caused his current wife, Regina Daniels, to deactivate her Instagram.
Oh, wow. People are going to read into that.
Yeah, that's adding fuel to the fire.
Silence can speak volumes sometimes.
Right, especially in the world of social media. But we do have to be careful here.
Absolutely. We've got our rumors at this point
Right, we haven't seen any confirmation.
from any really reliable sources.
Yeah, but still, the fact that this is spreading so widely, I mean, it really says something about how powerful social media is.
Definitely. I mean, they say there's no such thing as bad publicity,
Sometimes I wonder about that.
especially these days. But, it's true that even just a rumor can damage someone's reputation.
Yeah, it's a tricky situation for sure. Okay, so while Regina's been quiet, Ned Nwoko has come out swinging.
Oh, really?
His office released a statement directly addressing the rumors.
I say damage control.
And it wasn't just like, no, that's not true. He called them malicious speculation. And he specifically said he's focused on, quote, national assignments.
National assignments. Okay, now that's interesting.
Yeah, it's a very deliberate choice of words, I think.
It's like he's trying to position himself as above it all.
Totally.
Like he's dealing with serious matters of national importance.
Right, and all this gossip is just a distraction.
A classic PR move.
And just to really hammer home that point, he also denied some alleged statements.
What else was he supposed to have said?
It was about Two-Face and polygamy.
Oh, I vaguely remember hearing something about that.
Yeah, it was making the rounds. Anyway, he denied that too.
So he's on a mission to control the narrative.
It seems like it if we kind of step back and look at both of these situations.
Yul and Ned.
Yeah, what do you see?
Well, they're both dealing with the intense scrutiny of social media, right?
Yeah.
Just in different ways.
It's like they're both walking this tightrope.
And let's be real, social media is unavoidable these days.
Especially if you're a public figure.
You pretty much have to be on it, especially if you're in entertainment.
It's like the main way you connect with fans, promote your work.
Right, but then you open yourself up to all this judgment and speculation.
It's a double-edged sword.
And it's not just limited to them either. Chika Ike recently announced the birth of her baby.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
But, she hasn't revealed who the father is.
And of course, everyone's speculating.
I mean, especially with all these other rumors flying around.
It's like everyone's trying to connect the dots.
Trying to figure out the story.
Right, and she's kind of caught in the crossfire.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in.
Even though she's so accomplished in her own right.
I think it's time we move past the headlines a bit and talk about all the amazing things she's done.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's funny how we can get so caught up in other people's drama.
Oh, totally.
Like it's some kind of soap opera.
I know. But it makes you think, though, right, about how we all kind of manage our own image online.
Oh, for sure. Like we might not have millions of followers analyzing every post.
Thank goodness.
But everyone feels that pressure to a certain extent.
Totally. To look a certain way, to sound a certain way.
To project a certain image.
Yeah, it can be exhausting.
It really can. And, you start to wonder how much of what we see is even real.
Right, like how much is genuine versus just carefully constructed?
It's like everyone's performing all the time.
Like even with Yule's post, who knows what his real motivation is?
Exactly. Is he being sincere? Is it strategic?
Or with Ned's statement, is he really just trying to clear his name, or is this all calculated PR?
It's impossible to know, for sure.
And then there's Chika keeping the father of her baby a secret.
I mean, she's totally entitled to her privacy.
Of course, but, people are going to talk.
It's the nature of the beast, unfortunately.
Right. I mean, it makes you think about the whole issue of privacy in this day and age.
Oh, absolutely. Especially for people in the public eye.
It's like the line between public and private life has just completely vanished.
And social media just amplifies it all.
So where does that leave us? I mean, how do we make sense of all this?
It's tough. It really is. It's like we need a whole new set of rules for this digital world.
And we have to remember that there are real people with real feelings behind these screens.
Right. It's so easy to forget that when you're scrolling through your feed and you see all this drama unfolding,
It's like we get desensitized to it.
and we forget that words can have real consequences.
I think that's one of the biggest takeaways from all of this.
It's a good reminder for all of us to be a little more
A
mindful
little more thoughtful about how we engage online.
and to remember that there's always more to the story than what we see on the surface.
Absolutely. So maybe we should take Yule's advice.
And log off for a bit.
Maybe just take a break from all the heat.
Sounds like a good plan. It's easy to get caught up in all the negativity, right? When you see all this drama playing out online.
For sure, it can be a lot.
But, it's important to remember that social media isn't inherently bad,
True, like anything else, it can be used for good or bad.
right? It's a tool. Think about all the amazing things that have happened because of social media.
Oh, absolutely. Like all the awareness raised for different causes, people coming together.
Exactly. And movements that have gained momentum.
And on a personal level, staying connected with people.
I mean, think about how much easier it is to stay in touch with friends and family who live far away.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Or finding communities of people who share your interests.
It can be a real source of support and inspiration.
Absolutely. So, yeah, we need to be aware of the downsides, but let's not forget about all the good stuff, too.
I think that's a really important point.
So, as we wrap up our deep dive into Yule, Chika, and Ned, I think we've learned a lot.
More than just gossip, that's for sure.
Right. It's given us a glimpse into how fame works in the digital age.
Where everything moves so fast and rumors can spread in an instant.
And we've seen how social media can be both a blessing and a curse.
It can connect people, but it can also tear them down.
I think the biggest takeaway for me is that there's always more to the story than what we see on the surface.
Absolutely. And that we should be careful about jumping to conclusions.
And most importantly, that we should treat each other with kindness and respect, online and offline.
Well said. It's a good reminder for all of us.
So on that note, maybe it's time for us to take y'all's advice.
And log off for a while.
Yeah, step away from the heat. But don't worry, we'll be back soon with more deep dives into the fascinating world around us. Until then, stay curious and stay kind.